Today's news. Journalist Shahin Aghabali died in traffic accident. Journalists continue hunger strike. Conference held on Azerbaijan's admission to World Trade Organization. Journalist appeal against police department is rejected. Budget information of Azerbaijan doesn't meet demand of civil society. Exhibition of political caricatures held.
Polygon Information Agency Director and Milli Yol newspaper editor-in-chief Shahin Aghabali was killed in a traffic accident this morning. The accident took place on the Baku-Astara highway in the Garadag district. His colleague Agil Alasgali, the editor-in-chief of Yeni Kag newspaper, had been driving. Both journalists were taken to hospital after the accident, but sadly Aghabali's injuries were fatal. Alasgali has a broken leg but is otherwise stable. Aghabali's body was taken to the Republic Forensic Examination Department. After the examination, a farewell ceremony was held outside the building. The 34-year-old journalist was buried in Neftchala, his birthplace. This is a great loss for the press. We have lost our dear brother, our colleague. We have lost the editor of an independent newspaper. Shahin was a quick thinker. He had excellent communication skills. When conflicts erupted in our office, he was usually able to resolve them.
Journalists continue hunger strike. Imprisoned journalist Ainullah Fatuliev is continuing his hunger strike. Independent journalists Gabil Zimistanoglu and Atik Javadli from Bizim Yol newspaper have begun a solidarity strike in the Musavat party headquarters. Two other solidarity strikers, Yeni Musavat employee Samir Kazimli and young activist Emin Akhundov, stopped striking on October 27th. Fatuliev has been striking in prison since October 19th in protest against the government's non-execution of the European Court of Human Rights ruling for his immediate release. The court's decision was issued on April and upheld against appeal on October 4th. The ruling demands Fatuliev's immediate release and that the Azerbaijani government pay him €27,822 in compensation. His colleagues are supporting him through solidarity strikes. Political asylum seekers from Azerbaijan have sent a letter to Ainullah Fatuliev and other journalists supporting him. The letter asks the journalists to stop risking their lives by striking. In 2007, Ainullah Fatuliev, editor-in-chief of Realny Azerbaijan and Gündelik Azerbaijan newspapers, was sentenced to 8.5 years in jail for threatening terrorism and other offenses. In July 2010, Fatuliev received an additional sentence of 2.5 years imprisonment. The court charged the journalist with possession of narcotics. The journalist appealed against the decision. However, the European Court on Human Rights has declared him innocent and ruled for his immediate release. The Azerbaijani government has been refusing to execute this decision. On the 27th of October, in the landmark business center, the EU delegation to Azerbaijan and Azerbaijan Euro Integration National Public Committee held a conference on Azerbaijan's membership to the World Trade Organization. The conference was supported by the Open Society Institute's Assistance Foundation. The representatives of foreign and economic development ministries, international organizations, local non-governmental organizations, and businessmen were in attendance. Negotiations on Azerbaijan's admission to the World Trade Organization are continuing. Azerbaijan should undertake obligations to diversify its economy, to develop the non-oil sector, and to increase competition in the market. Azerbaijan accelerated the admission process to the World Trade Organization. More than 20 legislative acts were adapted to World Trade Organization norms, and this process has been continuing, said Deputy Foreign Minister Mahmoud Mammadeguliev. The European Union is interested in cooperation with Azerbaijan and is one of the main partners of the country. Azerbaijan stands 39th among the trade partners of the European Union. 40% of Azerbaijan's imports come from EU countries. World Trade Organization membership will provide Azerbaijan with free access to EU markets, and this will trigger development of the local economy. Azerbaijan has been cooperating successfully with foreign countries in the oil sector, and transparency has been ensured in this sphere. After joining the World Trade Organization, Saudi Arabia witnessed an increase in the GDP and trade turnover. That is why I think that Azerbaijan is interested in membership to the organization, noted head of the EU delegation to Azerbaijan, Roland Kobia. Roland Kobia added that two proposals have been put forward for Azerbaijan regarding the second phase of the EU-initiated Eastern Partnership Program. The first proposal is associative membership. The second proposal is the free trade agreement. We want Azerbaijan to sign a free trade agreement, which will only be possible when Azerbaijan becomes a World Trade Organization member. A free trade agreement provides free access to the EU market without paying any duty, added Roland Kobia. Negotiations on Azerbaijan's World Trade Organization membership have been ongoing for 13 years. Over time, the conditions for World Trade Organization membership gets much more difficult. At present, 6 countries are attending the Eastern Partnership Program. Among them, only Belarus and Azerbaijan are not World Trade Organization members, said international expert Vugar Bayramov.
Today, the Khazar District Court dismissed the appeal of Yeni Musavat newspaper employee Elmin Bedlov and Milli Yol newspaper correspondent Anar Aliyev. The journalists were appealing the court's refusal to open a criminal case against Khazar District Police Office. In July of this year, the 2 journalists were assaulted while preparing a news report about luxury estates in Mardakan. A camera belonging to Yeni Musavat was damaged. The journalists reported the incident to the police, but there was no follow-up on the case. Badalov's lawyer told the Institute for Reporters' Freedom and Safety that they would be filing a second appeal.
The Budget Fund's Public Monitoring Center held a press conference in the Bridge Plaza Hotel on October 27th. The Budget Index of 2010 was unveiled in the event. According to the results, for the third quarter of 2010, Azerbaijan scored 43 of 100 points and stands in the middle of the index among 94 countries. Compared to last year, Azerbaijan took only one step forward. Last year, Azerbaijan gained 42 points. However, this is not a notable achievement because countries without budgets, such as Iraq, Fiji, and Equatorial Guinea, were included in the report this year. Azerbaijan seems a bit more respectable in comparison with the totalitarian regimes and royal dynasties. There was progress in several areas. First, the Chamber of Estimates began to publicize the experts' comments on draft laws, the state budget of 2011, and the State Social Protection Fund budget of 2011. Along with the interim report, the internal budget report should also be extended for improving Azerbaijan's position. The report is prepared by the government, but it is a national budget group who manage it, said Kenan Aslanlı.
Today, in the Azerbaijan Media Center, there was a one-day exhibition of political caricatures by the artist Seyran Jafali. Program director Seymour Kazimov said in his introduction that Jafali, who grew up in extreme poverty, has so far won 85 international prizes. The artist's work touches upon a number of international issues, including freedom of expression and democracy. He has won a number of prizes in overseas competitions. Media Center Director Gulnare Akundova explained her reasons for wanting to hold the exhibition. Unfortunately, political caricaturing is not part of Azerbaijani media. We are holding this exhibition with the aim of bringing editors' attention to this medium. Caricaturing plays a crucial role in the international media. US Embassy spokesperson Kis Bin talked about the importance of this profession. A picture is worth 1,000 words. This oft-repeated proverb captures the force of a caricature. Political illustrator Jafali expressed his thanks to the Media Center for organizing the exhibition and thanked everyone for attending.